Hey everyone, welcome to episode 53 of the Reseller Stew. Today, we're going to talk about like getting ready for Q4 and do you do anything to update your store, like to kind of clean it up, to make your store a little more organized, or just different tactics and things like that. How's everybody this week?
Doing good.
Good.
Yeah, we didn't have a show last week. I was like bombarded with appointments, and then Thursday we were going to do it, and then I had another appointment. So, but here we are. But we can talk about going to Houston. We need to talk about that first. So Tonya had a meetup for her group, the Third Coast Resellers and Beyond. And so we all met up on Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago, in Houston. It was fun.
It was so much fun. It was fun to meet everybody in person.
Yeah, it's totally different to like actually hang out with people in person, to just like actually get face to face with people. It's just totally different. I had a blast. And then tomorrow I'm meeting up with Kathleen. We're gonna go to lunch.
Fun.
Yeah, she was in Houston too. She made the drive. And then on the 22nd I'm gonna meet up with Michael Sarver and his wife. They're coming down. They're making me go to the bins.
You should make a video about that. I want to see it.
They're making me. They called me out because I had said, like, I don't know, 2 videos I made ago that like the only time you'd see me at the Benz was if like somebody made me go or like I was meeting somebody there. So they like called me. They called me on my bluff.
But you've sold some clothes lately, so
yes, and she does good when she actually lists them.
I sold one thing. Don't get it twisted. Don't be like all of a sudden now I'm like the clothes queen. I sold one thing.
You only listed one thing.
I listed 8. I listed 8.
Uh-oh, Michael's in the chat. He says, yes, you're going.
I'm stuck, man. This is why I shouldn't run my mouth. Oh, I need to reposition my camera. It's like not positioned very well. Sorry. So what do y'all got going on? That's really exciting. We should talk about more.
Same old.
I just speed shopped at the grocery store.
I've been listing all day.
I'm still working on my office. But you can see it's all rearranged again.
Looking good.
No, it looks awful. I haven't sorted through everything yet. All I did was put everything where it goes, but nothing's been sorted through, so it's still like a raging disaster. But I'm hoping I'll be done today. I have to, because I'm kind of excited to get back to, why am I on only myself? I'm sorry. Anyway, I had like myself selected. No, I'm kind of excited to actually get back to work. Isn't that sad? Like I miss working.
That's not sad. I think that's pretty cool. I know whenever I haven't worked for a while, you know.
I totally miss it. I'm just like, I need to get this stuff listed. Yesterday when I was going through, like my husband put in a new sliding glass door and that leads out to the back patio where all my stuff is. And I had to move some of it like out temporarily. And I was just looking at it going like, this is all crap. Like this is all, I need to not move this out. I need to move this directly into my car and take it away.
Yeah.
So, I can't wait to do that too. I need to, I just want to wipe the slate clean. So did anybody have any, like, did go shopping? Did you guys go shopping?
Yeah, I went shopping a couple of times this week. I actually decided to go to this thrift store called Community Thrift that whenever before I moved, like, whenever I moved last, I used to go to this Community Thrift because I usually only just did shoes, and they like loved their shoes. They want like $12 to $20 per pair of shoes, and so I remember I just quit going because it just wasn't worth it for me, because that's basically what I looked for. Well, I went the beginning of this week and beginning of last week, and I got all kinds of really good clothes. Like I didn't even pay attention to the clothes section to resell the last time I went was like a year ago. So I went again. What was it, yesterday or the day before yesterday? And I found some really good stuff again, so I was happy about that. So
You've been really
Awesome.
I found
You've been doing really well, like keeping up with your actual like steady flow of income. You know.
thank you. It doesn't feel that way. I had a $400 hit last week because my car was acting stupid craziness, and I take it into the car dealership, car place. So he said he was going to be able to fix it because I thought it was a hole in the exhaust. Well, it wasn't. It ended up being a $380 repair. So he let me kind of finance it. So I paid partial, and he fixed it for me. So now I just got to come up with the rest. So it's like, I don't know, I'm doing okay, but I keep getting hit with those regular things that everybody gets hit with, you know? But because the cushion hasn't been there, it's kind of like, oh my God. So that's kind of been my mode lately is, oh my God. But hopefully tax returns and stuff will help some with taking the edge off of me feeling like I'm going to lose my freaking head every day. But yeah, I still have a roof over my head. Yay. And the girls have clothes and shoes. So,
April, did you go shopping?
No.
What?
Are you feeling okay?
No. I had a week where I just kind of felt drained and tired and not inspired. So I haven't been shopping. I even went to like my favorite thrift store on Sunday thinking that it would pull me out of this funk, and it did nothing. I just kind of walked around in a daze. So yeah, I'm not shopping right now. It's weird.
I totally know when I am feeling like mentally just bleh. Because I can like go into a thrift store and I don't want to look anything up. I just kind of walk around and I'm just like, I don't want I don't want any of this. And then leave.
You gotta have a spa day or take you to go get a pedicure or something. Or
I need
do
to go
something
get
that
my
makes
hair
you just
done.
feel pampered and fabulous when you leave.
I agree.
I need to go get my hair done. I need to go get my hair done like this week. Like it needs to be trimmed and it needs to be blown out. And then I'll come back and go fabulous. Well, you, Yvon. Yeah, I know you're not feeling very well, but
We missed last week, right? We
didn't do last week at all.
Okay. I probably did go shopping. It must have just been bread and butter items because nothing really stands out to me. So it must have just been, but you know, I have $600 to $1,000 a month, so I'm sure I went.
Yeah.
Nothing stands out, so
that's kind of how my sales have been. Just bread and butter stuff.
Yeah.
It adds up though.
Yes, it adds up. That's the stuff that sells, you know, pretty quick usually and keeps us afloat in between the home runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the shopping that I did, and that's the only shopping that I've done in like over a month was when I went with Tonya. That was it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I shot the video.
Yeah. I listed one item, but I didn't get a whole lot of items really. And then those Tory Burch jeans I picked up, there was something on them, and I thought it would come out whenever I washed them, but it didn't. So that's a loss.
Boo.
Yeah, but I went shopping.
We know you did when you went garage sailing. We know that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So look what I got. Isn't it cute?
Oh my gosh, what the heck is that?
What
It's
is
a
that?
little lion from 1970.
It's a lion?
Wow.
That is so
Does
cute.
it have a wig on?
Look, it's made by the Universal Statuary Corp.
Was it like that resin stuff?
Yeah, he's like, resin, like, yeah. And
Like those owls?
I'm kind of over the owls. What do you mean?
No, I mean like it's made out of the same stuff that those owls.
Yeah,
are made
I
out
know
of.
what you're talking about.
And the Pussy Cats.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I've got some stuff from them before.
But I'm not selling it. He's going to go on the wall behind me.
I agree. That's adorable. It reminds me of Big Eyes
Yes.
stuff.
Okay. And so, Goodwill, the Goodwill in Houston, they have just gone crazy mad, like in a good way. They're having all these sales. It's so awesome. And so yesterday I walked in the store and somebody told me that all the tags, all the blue tags were only $1 and the sale said started on Sunday. So a lot of the good stuff was already cherry picked. But I did find this sweater here. It's Nordic Nomad, and it's hand loomed 100% wool. But for
Sweet.
$1, let me show you the tag. I thought I would pick it up. Can you see it?
Yeah, that's cool.
And the pricing for these sweaters is all over the place. There's some that go for low and some that go for high. But, I'm going to price it high because you can't make a lot unless you ask for a lot.
That's right.
Where is that made at, Tonya?
Let me look. Let's say Jeffersonville, Vermont.
Okay.
I don't have anything to show.
Oh, I could go on.
You want to fill in my space? You can.
I found a really cool dress from that store that I was talking about, the community thrift store. It's designed by this lady called Candace Gwynn. She has a store in New Orleans, I think. It's called Trashy Diva, and they're these like 1950s style dresses and stuff. It was branded with the tags still on it, and it usually sells for $173, I think it was, something like that. I paid $12 for it, but I was happy to pay $12 for it. I'm gonna try and sell it for a little over $100, I think. So we'll see how that goes. It was pretty. I liked it, and it was a good size. It was a size 14. So
Yeah.
Love a size 14. That's a nice, healthy size to be.
that's right. Yes, it is. It's true. I wish I was a size 14.
You know how hot I would be if I was a size 14? Oh my husband would just
Smoking, just sizzle.
Fight them off with a stick.
leave me alone, leave me alone. Oh goodness, I am like ugh today. Like I feel like I got a fog over my eyeballs.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm not paying attention. Okay. So did we want to get into the things that we sold? Because Yvonne has some cool things, and Tonya sent me some cool things, and April sent me a cool thing.
Oh, so I'm the left out one.
Robin didn't send me anything.
Get with the program, Robin. Jeez.
I told you it was all just bread and butter stuff for the most part. Here, have this. That's
All
what
right,
I got.
Let's start with April because this jacket is it. This is fantastic. Tell us about this.
That thing. Okay, well, I thought about picking it up because it was his. This and why is it embroidered? Like it was just, it was so much going on.
And double crested.
Yes.
It's pretty ugly.
It was just a lot going on with this jacket, and when I bought it, the lady who runs that store, I would actually say we're like very friendly. Like we're cool. We're very cool. I think she's like my soulmate, but that's neither here nor there. So Lisa is like, "What's up with this jacket?" And I told her that I wasn't exactly sure, but some of them sell for really good money, and like new retail, they're for some of them, especially with the embroidery.
Does it say Bogner?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's some of the ones that I picked up too.
That's a good
Remember
label.
a few weeks ago? Yeah.
That's a high-end label.
And I think it's one of those brands, Tonya, you might have found this in your research. It's like all over the place. Like their jackets selling for $20 and their jackets selling for $400. So you kind of just don't know. So I picked a number in the middle of that 20 and 400. See where we go.
Right.
So it actually sold for $199. And I was pretty happy with that. I only paid $10 for that coat. So that was nice.
That's a good flip. I'm gonna go and lower the price on mine. I think I have mine priced way too high. So yeah, I'm gonna go lower the price on that this afternoon.
These are like, yeah, they are kind of all over the place,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah, you just
Mhm.
never know.
I mean, the one thing that I picked up on while doing the research is that the items that are embroidered actually are more desirable.
Look at
Why?
Yes, I found that too.
Awful. Look at how ugly this is.
Oh, thank God that's not my listing.
It's got
Like,
fur around the neck, like
horrible.
horrible.
Eagles on it, and oh, okay, sorry.
It's two-toned, like
Anyway, yeah, these are kind of all over. It's like nothing and then something. It's like look, nothing didn't sell for $20, and then that's crazy.
I reached out to Ronnie Hart when I picked this up for help because I've never come across the brand. I didn't know anything about it. And Ronnie said in his experience, it was kind of a slow sale. I think he suggested I listed around 100. I never take people's pricing advice, even though I specifically asked for it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that sale. It went better than I thought it would.
I'm sorry, I missed how much you paid for it. How much did you pay for it?
$10.
Ow! Oh, okay. That's crazy.
That is pretty cool.
All right, Yvonne, I got yours up here. Here's your jacket. NASA.
Yeah. I was doing my Paul Cantu thing. That's when I found that zebra Adidas thing, and I found a couple of crazy jackets. I was kind of in that section, and I was kind of like, Tonya had just met up with Paul Cantu. I was still watching all his videos and making a record of all his cool words, and so that jacket I bought because, you know, watching his videos and things. And that was a good, I can't remember what I paid for it. It had to be under $4 or $5. And it sold pretty quick as soon as I listed it. And the guy already gave me good feedback. He absolutely loves it.
That's awesome. And then I got your other one up here too. This.
Okay. And then my other good sale, I got that at the Salvation Army a few weeks ago.
Let me show the tag on that one. That's your purple label.
Yeah. That was in one of my haul videos. I talked about that. I did pay full price, $8.48, but I knew that was going to be worth it. So
$8.48.
Huh?
What?
You shelled out that big money, Yvonne.
Yeah, $8.48. Ouch. Well, you know.
When you sell it for, you know, when you sell it for that much, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
that is crazy insane. I love that about what we do.
I know. And we're bitching about $8.40.
I love that though.
Because there used to be a time when they didn't keep up on labels. Everything was just, if it's a jacket, it's this much. If it's a shirt, you know.
Yeah,
but
right.
now they're kind of like looking at labels too and going, So anyways, that was bought by a forwarding service, and it went to Korea. Went to somebody in Korea.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So those are my two highlight sales. I've had pretty steady sales. It's been fine. I'm on goal. I think this month I will actually reach my first level goal since I retired, but didn't really get to retire and do eBay full time. But I think, and I set a goal, and I think I'm going to finally reach it, you know, this month. So I'm happy about that.
Woo-hoo.
Great.
That's exciting.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll reach some goals if I ever stop reorganizing my office. I think that's just like my excuse to be lazy. It's like, I don't know if I want to, you know, I'll just reorganize my office again.
Can we stop for 1 second and speak on the forwarding services that Yvonne just mentioned? Because some people out there may not know what those are.
Oh, okay.
And I think you should tell them.
Oh, okay. Deb, do you want me to, or do you want to do
Yeah,
it?
you can talk about, I had one actually went off to a forwarding service yesterday. So, but yeah, go ahead and talk about it. Because I
Well,
know
I'll
people
start.
get freaked out.
They do. They freak out.
Yeah, sometimes people, yeah. Okay.
That's the very
so-
first post you say, oh my God, it's got all these letters and numbers. And
Yeah, the reference number. Well, I do participate in eBay's global shipping program, but there are still some countries that they don't ship to, and there are some people who do not like the global shipping program that eBay provides. There are several. There might be a better name for them. Someone please chime in if you know, because I think there's a better name than what I'm calling them. I just call them a buyer forwarding service, but there's probably a more proper name.
I think they're just freight forwarders, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
And they'll usually come with some this weird reference number in the address.
Yep.
Now, all we have to do is send it to wherever it is, usually in the United States. So it's just like the global shipping program. It doesn't really cost us that much at all. And then they forward it. When they get it, they'll forward it to their client, and each service has its own pricing structure of it's just like what eBay does for us.
It's cheaper for them because they do it in bulk. And so instead of sending small items individually, they kind of get them all together and then they send them out kind of all at once to that country, and then they get distributed that way.
And I have never had a single problem with those services.
No, I haven't either.
Not even a return. Nothing. They're beautiful.
Yeah. Typically, I think the customers know that they have no recourse and there's really nothing that they can do, because it's the responsibility of the freight forwarder at that point to get it to them, so. And Yvonne's not crying. She has allergies today.
Sorry, guys.
So she's not emotional, but if you want to send her flowers to make her feel better, I have her address and you can perk her up.
Sorry, I'm new to allergies. I've never had them until like 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm still trying to sort out what kind of allergy is what. What do you take? What do you do? Like, I don't know. Some of those allergy medicines will F you up. Like,
they
you
will.
cannot do anything. Like, you're a zombie. So I don't want that. I don't want to get high. I just don't want
allergy meds. They make me go to sleep.
Right. I take Benadryl whenever mine are acting up at bedtime. Yeah.
Yeah. If I don't get up till noon, it's typically because I took Benadryl.
Right.
I cannot wake up off Benadryl.
I don't know if this is too much information, y'all, but I'm doing Flonase so far.
Yeah, I take that.
I don't know.
I wanted to add one thing about the forwarding service. Usually right after purchase, you'll get an email with instructions. That's usually your first hint that your item is going to one of these forwarding services. Typically, they want you to do something like write the item number on the outside of the package. And if you do what they ask you to do, it almost always results in glowing feedback and a super easy transaction. So don't be afraid to use those or to sell to them when they buy.
I don't have any issues at all. But I did see a new one yesterday. It was called like iParcel Pack something, and it had like 4 lines of address. It actually came through Amazon as a merchant fulfilled order, but it had like a whole sequence of numbers and letters, and then it had a whole nother sequence of numbers and letters, and then like you could see where the last name was attached in there somewhere, and it was very strange. It was one of those things that I think if it would have came through eBay, eBay's little address thing would have errored out. But I've been using, since I've been doing a lot of merchant fulfilled stuff lately, and Amazon doesn't have regional A boxes or flat rate padded mailers as their option on the shipping screen.
Oh, God.
It's kind of a pain. So I've been using the free program that they have through the post office. It's called Scan and Ship Business Pro. And it gives you the commercial rate. And then you can select all of the like available shipping options. So I've been using that for my Amazon merchant fulfilled like regional A stuff and flat rate padded mailers. It seems kind of scary when you're setting that up though, because it's like all of this very businessy language that you're not used to, like as an eBayer. It's like, this kind of special code and that kind of this and this and that and that. And it's all kind of seems scary when you're setting it up. And when I first like shipped my first package, I was like, I don't know if this is going to go through or what, but it's been working fine and I'm very happy with it. But yeah. Much more handy.
Is Robin up or Tonya?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's Robin's shoes. Hang on.
Oh.
Hey, I'm just trying to keep moving forward. That's all.
Keep me on, because you know how I am.
Most of my stuff that I've been selling lately has been bread and butter stuff. I got those shoes actually from the bins, and they were in
Those are in really good condition.
Yeah, yeah, they were.
Like the inside wasn't even like worn.
Not too bad.
Those are so cool. I've never seen any like those.
I've never either. I just saw purple shoes when everybody was going like elbows into the bin, grabbing shoes because that's like everybody's favorite bin. And I just saw purple shoes and I was like, I didn't know they were Keens because how they're laced on the top and they don't look like Keens really. So whenever I was going through my bins and stuff, I was like, oh snap.
Yeah, those don't look like the typical Keens.
Yeah.
All right, let's go, Miss Tanja, Mutual of Omaha.
Okay, so I paid probably like $2.99 for this, and it sold for $74.99. I was so excited, and it wasn't even new; it was used.
I still don't understand your book buying tactics.
Tell me the same.
My what?
Like you buying books. Like I still don't understand how you like pick them out.
Oh my God.
I've been doing it a long time.
Yeah, I know. I see your feedback over here is 8,800. You're like
crazy.
That's insane. You know how many years it's going to take me to get that? So was this a book? Because it says episode.
No, it's DVDs. It's like 4 DVDs in there. It's a DVD set. Yeah. It goes for a lot on Amazon too. But I put it on eBay and Amazon. It just happened to move on eBay first.
It's not restricted. Can you sell DVDs on Amazon?
Uh-huh.
You're one of those people.
Well, not for 25 and up, just $24.99 and below. Yeah. So the original price of it must have been less than $25, right? The MSRP.
Yeah.
Yeah. This next one here, I just bought a couple weeks ago for $1.99, and I put it up on eBay right away, and it really wasn't in the best condition, as you can see from the pictures. And it sold for $29. Yay!
Yeah, and you can see the James Avery stamp on the back. James Avery is highly desirable, especially. I mean, it's really common here in Texas.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely something that people miss because they don't like. It's common to us, and so it just looks like another piece of jewelry. Like it doesn't look. You know what I mean?
Jewelry I want to grab.
Tanya's like, I know what it is.
I wish I could like go into Tanya's brain and like connect a cable and just
I feel the same way about yours.
thrifting knowledge, man. Oh, I would be a beast if I knew.
She's got radar for
about you.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, I still don't understand the books. Like I don't know how you find them because I just see thousands of books.
That's how I am.
It's like you're there and I'm like, thousands of books. How do you just randomly like peeker in on, these books? Okay. Anything else? Is that all we talk about?
I think
we haven't done a show in 2 weeks. I feel like we haven't done a show in like 6 months. All right. I'm trying to think. There is a radio playing somewhere, and I don't know where it's playing from, and it's been playing all morning. I'm like hearing things. It's so weird.
I just had a really good sale. Y'all want to see it?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me go get it. It's a book.
It's a book. Perfect.
You notice we always ask her how she picks out the books, and I've noticed that she never tells us.
She doesn't know. She's very obfuscating.
We're always like, tell us how you, and she's like, I just know. And then that's it.
She starts talking about tacos.
Yep.
Okay, so I just sold this Bible. It is called the Dake Annotated Reference Bible. And I just listed this a couple days ago. I paid $3.99 for it. It sold for $59.99. Yay!
Awesome.
That's crazy.
Now we're all just confused and we want to know secrets. So
Yeah, and she's not going to tell us. So Moving on.
I'll make a video how to pick out books.
Please do.
That's a good idea for a video. I should do that. All right. Let me write it
Yeah,
down.
we've only been asking you for like over a year. Okay, so Yvonne's topics that she brought up were to talk about what we're planning to do for the second quarter of the year, which I never pay any attention to that, to like the quarters other than like fourth quarter. And then but I guess people break it up into segments, you know, because you're just kind of like, oh, this was this quarter and then that was that quarter, and it's kind of like starting a new team season. And then also what we do to clean up our stores. Like, what do you do for store maintenance? And that's a good topic because I think people miss out on a lot of keywords and things like that about getting traffic to their store by not utilizing their categories and subcategories properly. So, who wants to talk about that?
Well, I'll start since I suggested it. So, quarter two. Yeah, okay, so it's not like Q4 where we're all like, oh my gosh, Q4, let's all get ramped up. But the thing is, the next quarter three, includes the summer months, which sometimes can be a little slower. So to me, sorry, you guys, allergy medicines. So quarter two, we do kind of need to think about, okay, how can I pull the most money out of this before, Q3 hits? And also there's a season, if you're doing clothing, there's a season change. Now, do we have to totally pay attention to season change? Like, okay, no more sweaters? No. But still, you kind of want to shift gears a little bit, because also if you're a Goodwill or a thrift store sourcer, they're going to shift gears. They're not even going to have their jackets and their sweaters out for us anymore. So even though we can still sell them all year round because it's cold somewhere, it's hot somewhere, 12 months out of the year. So those are some of the, off the top of my head, some of the things I kind of think about for Q2. Anybody else?
Choked on myself.
Are you okay? Oh, you were talking about how the stores and stuff, they don't have jackets and that stuff available, and the switch over from clothes and stuff. I think it was March last year was whenever I started selling clothes. So this is going to be like the first time that I'm like thinking about, the season switch in the summer months and stuff. And I don't know, I just think that it's going to happen naturally because that's just what's going to be there. So I mean, that's what I've noticed lately
and stuff. I think a lot of people spend like April and May really just ramping, like pushing a lot of inventory into their stores, because as the summer comes around, it always tends to typically slow down. Everybody knows that July and August are not that great. July is always terrible. It just is. I mean,
yeah.
And that's when typically people take vacation. Like if they're going to take a break, they take it like in July, because there's really, and then you really just kind of ramp up your store for September, because that's when the sales come back.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I only pay attention to quarters now because we get our coupon. Like
that's some honesty for you right there.
I'm like, oh, my coupon's gonna expire. Like, I need to get a new coupon. But yeah, so I don't really pay attention to quarters. But then I don't sell clothes, and so it doesn't, like, my stuff doesn't really have a season.
Yeah, it seems to me like it's just happened naturally for me to switch over from season to season, because that's just what I pick up, because that's what's there. So
I mean, I know our Goodwills here, like, we don't even have, like, during the winter time, we don't have a summer like section. Like, you can't buy a swimsuit.
Yeah.
And they take like the Halloween costumes are only there during Halloween. They don't keep them during the year. They take all the Halloween section and they store it. And then during the summer, they don't have any coats. Like, you can't find a coat. So if you were going to, like, go on vacation and you needed a coat because you're traveling somewhere that it's cold, you couldn't get one at the Goodwill.
But even at the bins, it happens that way too, though. I mean, there's more seasonal stuff at the bins with each season.
But I think as the spring comes around, you start noticing people getting different stuff because it's garage sale time starts coming back. Because, I mean, here we have garage sale year round. I mean, there's no end to garage sale. But in a lot of other areas, it does end. Like, it just ends. And so it's starting back again. Do you garage sell, Yvon?
Yeah, a little bit. But, we talked about this before. We were teasing Tonya. Like, you and I, we don't really love that little garage, get out. Get out. But, like, I love a community. Like, I'll look for a big community garage sale and a church rummage sale and things like that.
I know, April, you don't do any garage selling.
I hate it. What their stuff is selling for on eBay and all that nonsense. I hate people telling me that they're going to either sell it for the retail price or just give it away. Like, I want to punch people. So
I can't stand that. That is one thing I don't understand about people that will not negotiate with you, but then you see it the next week at Goodwill because they donated it. You're like, I tried to offer you money and you were just stuck to it. And then now you gave it away for free.
That is a weird attitude.
It is weird. But you know what? I've actually heard people say that. People that I know personally have said, well, they didn't offer me enough money. I'd rather just give it away than give it to them for this amount of money. I'm like, that is dumb.
Right.
That's hateful inside.
Yeah.
Back to oh my gosh.
Q2.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. Okay, so remember, you guys, I have retail background as being a buyer for retail stores that I owned in Dallas when I was younger. So, and I just signed up for, I'm lucky enough that also here in Colorado, up in Denver, is another huge merchandise mart. I'm lucky again. And so I'm signing up for that and going to check into wholesale purchasing because I know how that works. So I also, if I'm going to do that, I also do have to think about quarters and seasons because of the way they operate. The things that are going to be in the show are to be delivered, like they're samples. You're not going to get them tomorrow. You order them and they might be, come next month. So
yeah, that makes total sense. If you're,
and I'm sorry with my allergy stuff. I'm sorry if I'm a little incoherent today, but you get my drift?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to think a little bit different when you're trying to buy wholesale on those avenues.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to hear how that turns out.
Yes,
I know,
and I am keeping all you girls in mind when I'm there. I'm keeping all of you in mind. If I see something that I think,
yeah, I do.
I will turn you guys on to it definitely. Now,
Thank
you know how it is when it comes to wholesale, when it comes to our merch t-shirts, when it comes to wholesale products or private labeling. Now, as much as we love to share with everyone, those are categories that we really can't talk about too much.
Yeah.
But if I see something that I think will fall for you guys, I will definitely let you know.
You should make a video about that, Yvon. I think that a lot of people would like to
it's
see.
Gonna start out and it's going to say, I can't talk about anything.
Yeah.
And then,
I can't give you any specifics, but I mean,
but just the whole process, I think, would be interesting.
I will, because a lot of people don't know about that. And I think I'll find out where all the major merchandise marts are because they're sprinkled throughout the United States, and they're quite fascinating. And you don't have to be a bigwig. As a matter of fact, if you're a bigwig, they don't even go to those shows. The bigwigs, the manufacturers come to them. This is for boutique owners and smaller, whatever. So there are opportunities. Just because we're small sellers, there are opportunities. When I used to go to the Denver one, we had 9 stores, but only 2 of them were clothing. The 2 that were mine were clothing. I was just a small time retailer, boutique, but there are still opportunities there. And one of the most fun things, and I hope this still happens, is after the shows, they will usually have a bring a friend sample day where you can bring a friend who is not registered, and any vendor who wants to hang out there after the shows will throw all their old samples out for us to buy at a crazy like thrift store price.
That's
So
cool.
now it's size limited, but see, those are some good resources. So I'm gonna wrap
Definitely.
this up. So I will do kind of a video about the process of it for anyone who's interested,
Yeah.
minus whatever I find for myself.
Yes.
So, I totally lied when I said I didn't go shopping, and like nobody called me out. I completely forgot about it.
I can't remember.
I went to Goodwill the other day, and the only reason why I remembered was because this thing was sitting up there.
Oh, how cute.
I don't know if this is like really good vintage or
That is
That's
cute though.
a reproduction,
Aw.
but it says goodies on it,
How cute.
and it has the Peanuts copyright on the side, but the copyright is only 58 and 65. Do the copyrights end there, or did they go up? Because typically the copyright is kind of like where it's at, and then they always extend the copyright. So when you see something that says, but this one ends, like the oldest one, the newest one is 1965.
I think it's vintage.
I
You
say
think
that's
so?
real vintage.
Yeah.
But it's in really good condition. Like this was
I love the colors.
it was displayed or something, because it's not like it got used. But it's a little cookie jar,
What'd you pay for it?
$3.99.
It's a
Adorable.
good price.
I don't know. I shouldn't have bought it because it's not my thing, but I couldn't pass it up because it was like, I don't know, something about it seemed not modern. And I wasn't sure about the copyright on there.
Yeah, I love that.
Sherry's asking if it's Anchor Hawking. It's not. It doesn't have any marks on the bottom at all, which also makes me think it's vintage because it doesn't have recycle marks on it.
Yeah.
You know how all the glass stuff now has their little recycle marks on the bottom?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just a blank bottom. There's nothing down there. I don't know.
It's one of those bubble tops. Those-
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel safe saying 70s. I do. I feel safe saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do some research. I haven't looked at it. I bought that, and I bought some 8-tracks.
Oh, yeah? By who? What are the bands?
Okay, well, there was, the reason why I bought it was because they had Shaft, like from the Shaft movie. It was soundtracks. And so there was
okay.
like Shaft and Fame and Urban Cowboy
Awesome.
and Saturday Night Fever.
Sweet.
And then it was just like all Spanish music. So, but they were $4.99 for the whole bag. So I just bought them because I was like, they might be worth something. I'm not going to sit here and look them all up. So
Yeah.
I bought them and brought them home. If they weren't worth it, they'll go to Savers.
Yeah, that's a fun pickup. And worst case scenario, you could always sell them in a lot.
Yeah. I totally forgot I went shopping. I even sung a song about it on Instagram.
I gotta go, guys.
Bye, Robin.
Oh,
Bye, Robin.
Bye.
you mean the bye, Robin?
Hey to the little one.
You mean the new one, Deb? The new Goodwill?
Yeah.
Oh,
How
yeah,
was
you
it?
did. That's
It
right,
was-
you did.
Lame.
You didn't like it?
No. I didn't like the store that used to be there. Like all they did is move it across the street. That's why when I was driving on the highway and I saw the sign that said new Goodwill at 183 and 35, I'm like, there's always been a Goodwill at 183 and 35. What do they mean? And then when I was driving past, because I had to go that direction, I saw that it was actually a new Goodwill, and I was like, oh. So I asked the lady that was working there, I said, why'd they move it across the street? Like, what are they going to do with the old building, like across the street? And she's like, I don't know. So it's attached to the community center, so they might be expanding the community center.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never liked the old store that was there, and the new store is like the same. It's just kind of hit or miss. I never really found anything great in there. So,
Yeah.
and then there's another Goodwill I haven't gone to yet.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so I need to go there. See what they got.
Yeah.
I did a haul video of a shiny, brand new Goodwill. I mean, I even showed everybody the bathroom. You know, it'd only been open for like a week. Those are the best.
I did that one with the one down by my antique booth, but I forgot to show the bathroom. Darn.
I think they keep all of our Goodwills fairly clean and organized and stuff. They all just seem kind of new to me. They're not like ratty and run down. There's only one Goodwill that has been there. It's got to be 40 years. And it smells like musty in there. But it's old. Like, I know, like, my nanny used to shop there, like, back in the 70s. You know, like, that Goodwill has been there forever. It smells musty, but sometimes they got some real treasures in there. But yeah.
The Goodwill that I go to up in Boardman, they have several ceiling leaks, and they strategically place buckets around the door to catch the water. I don't understand why, because it's the most profitable store in the region, and they know that, so they send all the good stuff there, but they're not going to bother to fix the leaks or the ceiling. I don't know. I guess until it collapses and there's a lawsuit, then they'll fix it, but it's a mess. Total mess.
Sorry, I was looking at the chat. They're like talking about my thing. They said that they didn't have plastic on the lids back then. And I noticed that too about the plastic. I was like, this looks awful new. If it was vintage, it would have yellowed by now. But maybe it's a replacement lid.
No, my mom had a set of those in all green, and it had that on there on the inside.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I need to
I'm not sure. So I'm not, I still say it's vintage, but I don't have it up close to look at it like you do, but
I could come up there and you could take a look at it. It would be a tax write-off for.
I would love that. There's so much to do here.
I need to go up that way. I need to go see Paul.
Yeah, we would go see Paul, and I know a bunch of other people up in Denver. And Tonya, aren't you?
Yeah, I want to
coming
come. Yeah, I want to come.
Yeah.
What city are you in?
Colorado.
I mean, what? Colorado.
What city?
Oh, Colorado Springs.
Oh, okay.
How far is that from Breckenridge?
Oh gosh, Breckenridge. I think that's about a 2-hour drive up in the mountains. We're the second largest city in Colorado, and I'm about 35, 40 minutes from Denver.
Okay.
All right.
I'm a mess today. I should probably not be on the show, right?
You're doing great.
Oh, so good. What else are we gonna talk about?
Okay, so the other part of the thing was, okay, so we're always reorganizing our office. Some of us are always reorganizing our office.
What you trying to say, Yvon?
I actually reorganized mine this week too, because I got a new laser printer and I put in an old TV and wired my Netflix up to it so I wouldn't have to double browser my computer and slow it down. But anyways, so we do that a lot, but what do we do for our stores? Let's think about also how can we spruce up our stores? So for example, because I want to start branding my store a little more because I'm going to create some niches and I'm going to go to the wholesale and see if I can get lucky and find something to wholesale to. So I'm working on branding my store a little better. So I changed the name. I think I gave you a link, Deb. I changed the name to match my picture, my profile picture on eBay and my banner. So I changed it to the Mile High Scene because this is the Mile High area. Denver's the Mile High city, and we are too.
And Yvonne's in the Mile High Club.
I expected Tonya to make that reference. Tonya likes to bring the sexy.
Yeah, Tonya is always bringing the sexy.
Anyways, I put a link up to my store up above, so
I'm
you
getting
can show it.
Here we go. That's you, right?
Yes. So see, there's some things that I did. That's a sky view of the famous this neon sign graveyard in Las Vegas. That's iconic. Everyone knows that. And then, of course, for my profile picture, I changed that last month to a sky view and thank you, an airplane carrying a banner. So I changed my name from Talent Trade to Mile High Scene, just to try to make everything a little more cohesive.
Yeah.
And I joined the I8. I finally did that. I don't fully understand it, but I think the owners had sent quite a few of us on Instagram invitations asking us to join. I just kind of put it off. I think, Deb, you did too. But I'm kind of looking at it now. I don't know if I love it, but I'm looking at it and some other ways to brand my store. So I'm trying to get it cleaned up and get things cohesive.
Branding is really important if you have a niche.
Yes.
It's hard to do branding if you're not niched into something, you know, even if it's just general like clothing or general shoes. You know, it doesn't mean you have to be like, I only sell athletic wear, you know, but just as long as you have a, you know, it's really important to brand. And that's what I've been trying to work on lately because, you know, I'm going into a new niche. I'm still keeping pinching pesos and have that as my general store for all my thrift store stuff. And then I've created a new eBay, a new Instagram, a new Facebook, a new, you know, I just kind of changed names. I'm making a website. I'm, you know, going to end up having a blog about it. And it's going to be like all kinds of different stuff. But it's really exciting to be able to brand that way and to be able to have something that, you know, if the customer has an interest in that one thing, there are other things for them to look at as opposed to having a general store that's just, okay, I like that dress, but then there's nothing else for me to buy here, you know, because there is no other stuff for me. So branding is super important, I think. And I know a lot of people don't. They disagree. They say it's not that important.
Well, again, it depends. You know, like I'm going to be selling some new items too that I want to promote. I got merch T-shirts. Now, it's great to have a merch T-shirt account, and it's great if you're having fun uploading designs. But guess what? Unlike eBay, that's where Amazon stops. If you want to sell some T-shirts on merch, you got to promote.
You have to promote. Yep.
Yes. So those are the things I'm going to try to work on for this year because I'm just one person and I'm not really interested in hiring anyone at this time. So if I want to make more money, I'm going to have to kind of make parallel moves, you know, so this way myself. And there with merch and with wholesale, that does leave some doors open to hire an assistant to help, you know.
And if you're trying to do wholesale, it's really important that you are branded. And it's really important that you kind of have your own, that you have your own email address for your business and you have at least a storefront or some type of reference website that's outside of eBay or outside of Amazon. Even if it's just a link back, even something, you have to have something because typically when you go in and apply for wholesale accounts, and not all of them, but typically they don't want you sending them your eBay store.
Yes.
You know, and you know, just having a professional, like an actual at my housing or whatever, you know, at, you know, your company or store name as opposed to at Gmail, you know, makes a big difference. I got an email from a CPA who was they were emailing my husband's company, trying to sell their services and say, oh, we're reputable, this and that. And I'm like, what reputable company sends from a Gmail? And I mean, like, I literally like typed that out to her. I was like, do you have references? And why are you sending me emails from a Gmail account? You know, like, and she's like, oh, well, we try to save all the money that we can. I'm like, it's $5 a month to get an email account, you know, like, but yeah, I don't want to give my tax information and all my financials to a, you know, somebody that doesn't want to get a real email account for $4 a month. I think Tonya's having problems with her computer.
Yeah, she keeps popping in and out. Yeah, having a little bit of street cred, some clout helps you. Yeah. Especially with the more reputable wholesalers. Because there are some wholesalers that will sell to anybody and everybody. Well, that does you no good because anybody and everybody also includes their cousins who are selling and undercutting you on eBay or Amazon. So you want some people that do have a little bit of clout and demand it from you as well.
Yeah.
And this is the hard part, but maybe even a little bit higher limits of minimum purchase. That helps too. But anyways, this is probably a different show, Deb, wholesaling.
Well,
Probably
we
a
ran
different
out of
show.
topics, so we
Yeah. That's kind of what it led to.
never stay on topic anyway.
That's not why people come. They come to
They don't come for the topics. They come to look at April. Well, I guess that's it. Unless anybody has any questions. You have any questions, put them in the chat. We've got like 4 minutes left. Sharky Mom's saying that eBay is really pushing the promotion idea. eBay has been pushing the promotion idea since it came out. And I think people just weren't using it the way that they wanted them to.
I know what she's saying. They've got a page they upgraded where they're kind of telling us to please use Instagram and Pinterest, and they're giving us more detailed of suggestions of how. I think that might be what she's talking about. I saw that last month.
It's super important to do that, but pay attention to where on your screen you're pressing those share buttons, because I noticed a difference in if you were in the listing and you press the share buttons that are on the side for Pinterest or whatever. There's a difference between using those buttons and, when you list something and it also brings up share buttons and tells you to finish or create, sell similar or whatever. And there's share buttons there when you get your confirmation screen that pops up. If you share from there, it doesn't share it as an item that's for sale. I saw that on Pinterest. So, on Pinterest, like when you share something that's on eBay, and it'll say this item is from eBay, and it'll say how much it is. Yeah. Right?
Okay.
If you do it from the confirmation screen, which would make more sense, but eBay, they don't. If you do it from the confirmation screen, it doesn't share it as an item that's for sale from eBay. Doesn't put that dollar amount for you like it does if you do it from the listing.
Do it from the listing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. I usually do it on my phone too.
Yeah.
Does that sound like the best way to you?
I would think so. I mean, I've never done it from my phone, so I don't know what the difference is on that. But yeah, Tonya said her computer locked up.
Oh, darn it. She just got a new one, didn't she?
I don't think she's using that one. I don't know. But yeah, so that's just something I noticed from there. I don't know if it affects the other social media. And they don't have an Instagram button, do they? Or do they have it in the mobile app?
I don't think so.
They need an Instagram
not
button.
That I've noticed, because Instagram doesn't let you do links. But it was just included in some of when I was reading through the text on the, I do a lot, besides Facebook and YouTube, I do a lot of research and interacting at eBay's forums and discussion boards.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's really important to share your stuff and get the traffic back. And I know some people say that, it doesn't matter, but it totally does. I think it does. Do you have anything else, April, before you have to run out? You said you have to leave right on time.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Okay, bye. No.
You have some good sales, though. Always.
I know. April rocks my world when it comes to eBay. I'm so jealous.
She sells that high-end clothing.
Yeah. She knows what she's doing.
I need to find an employee because I'm not getting anything listed. I haven't listed in weeks. But the upside of having 900 items in your store is even if you don't list for a few weeks, you're still going to sell stuff because there's so much crap there. Something's going to appeal to somebody.
Yeah, something's going to sell sometime.
Yeah, somebody.
All right, well, I guess we're going to go ahead and close out today. I didn't see any questions over in the chat, so we are going to skedaddle and get back to work.
Back to work.
Work. Okay. All right. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. Bye.